It's Wednesday, and it's been a long, long time, and I didn't honestly think I would be doing this again. But yeah, welcome back. It's Whisky Wednesday time. And what do we do on a Whisky Wednesday? We always have a bit of fun, enjoy myself, and have a wee dram of whiskey while I'm at it. So to get started, we're going to introduce, although there's not a lot left of it, because I had a few when I was cooking a curry for tea tonight. We've got a Balvenie double wood, 12-year-old, matured in 2 distinct casks. Balvenie, if anyone watched my videos from Whisky Wednesdays last year and probably the year before, I'm not sure, time all goes too quickly. This is one of my favourites. I had 4 favourites I used to have on Whisky Wednesday. One was Balvenie, one was Highland Park, 12-year-old, Aberlour and Glenfarclas. And they're my 4 go-to whiskies, which are absolutely gorgeous. So without further ado, we do the traditional cork opening just for 365 and everyone else. That's so cool. Now, the glass isn't from Shiny Precious Metals, because I was, and it should be really on a Whisky Wednesday. Shiny Precious Metals over in Northern Ireland there, he sent me a really not, I'm not going to put the whiskey bottle back in front of the camera because it's in the way of all the goodies. Yeah, Shiny Precious Metals. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, this is to a new Whisky Wednesday. Can't believe it. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, Shiny Precious Metals, he donated, he sent me, for all you OGs that have been watching my channel for a while would know, Shiny Precious Metals sent me a whiskey glass, which I used to use. And unfortunately, it's in a cupboard still, because that glass there I got from Sedge. Sedge gave me that glass with some stone, what are they, stone ice cubes or stone cubes that you just reuse and put in the freezer. So yeah, thanks Sedge. This one's this Whisky Wednesday's in the glass you gave me, dude. Thank you very much. So I haven't got all of the ice cubes that relate to what 365 sent me. He sent me an ice cube maker for the massive ice cubes, but that's it there. But it's, as you can tell, it's melted because I've had a few already. But cheers 365 too. Big supporters of the channel. So wow, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I am indeed. So what I used to do, for any new people that might watch this, I used to go, I show you what's in the background. I've had a lot of support over the years from different people in the community, in the precious metal community for sure. And I always used to go around introducing them and what they've sent me. So lots of people sent me stickers, and we've got Gold, Silver, Hunter, GSH there. We've got Goldie's gold and silver. Yeah, I think he's changed it. Yeah, he's changed his stickers, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. Your Time Is Now, Gooner Girl, which is great. Scott Silver, I haven't heard much from Scott Silver for a long time actually. I don't know if you're still around, but hopefully you are. Jumping into Silver. There's a sticker there from him. We've got Addicted to Precious Metals at the top there. That's his sticker. Probably most of you are aware of Cobra Stacker. CY Sterling. Some unknown guy called 365. Wonder who that is. Stacker Social. Yeah, wonder who that is. That's quite big now, isn't it? And then we've got the Stack Collector. Who could that be, I wonder? Stephen. Oh, excuse me, that's my curry repeating on me. Stephen, Blistering Barnacles Adventures. Dude, your blooming sticker's still curling up, isn't it? Sorry, mate. BBA, known in the community. Nerd UK, obviously known in the community now. Daft Precious Metals. Daft, how you doing, dude? Long support of the channel. And we've got some more Gaudy stickers down there. I'm not sure which one, which is terrible of me because I should know which one he's using now. I think he used these stickers as a bit of a poll for his channel, but I'm sure he will correct me if I'm wrong. So there's those guys there, and then we've got poker chips galore. We have, from top to bottom, obviously Addicted to Precious Metals, the Stack Collector, Gaudy, 365, Your Time Is Now, Gold Silver Hunter, Stephen's very first Bulldog poker chip, which is pretty cool. Stacker Social, Daft Precious Metals, Scott Silver, and then we've got Blistering Barnacles. I've got a few of his actually. You've got that green one, then we've got a blue one and a red one. We've got Nerd, very distinctive there. Then we've got Jumping Into Silver's latest poker chip. This one's a bit special because only if you went to Berlin this year, you get this Stacker Social poker chip. Thanks to the guys at Stacker Social. And then we've got some idiot next to that. Creative Precious Metals. Who the hell can that be? That's me, isn't it? Yeah, prize dickhead. And then we've got Cider Soundman and Daft Precious Metals. They're all poker chips that have been sent to me in the past. And so I'd like to have them out as a reminder, really, on my backdrop. And then to the right of this, a young man called Jim Wen, Aussie guy. Thanks, Jim. He sent me this in the post, which was very, very, very kind of him, all the way from Australia. He knows I like my kookaburras. And yeah, that's on display as well, which is super cool. Now also, Jim did send me this Australian dollar, which is why that's up there. And then if we come next to all of these, we have a CPM channel round. That's one of my first, well, I had two channel rounds actually. I had that one and that one there, which is cool. And then we've got Stephen's channel button there. He sent me, quite honoured for that. It's pretty cool. And then we've got Addicted to Precious Metals. He had some silver channel round. I mean, I'm so privileged to have these. It's really cool. And then we've got, that's Addicted to Precious Metals there. We've got Cider Soundman, which that's a really cool channel round, that one. Very Pro, which he gave me in Berlin, which is great. And then we've got Cobra Stacker's very first channel round there as well. So I'm cracked case there. I'm really sorry there, mate, but I don't know how that happened, but it happened. And then we have a Backyard Bullion. Now I'm not sure who this one's from, but one of them's from the Stack Collector and one of them's from Addicted to Precious Metals. And I think this one's from the Stack Collector. There. 1 gram bar, silver bar. And we've got APMs, which you can just make an APM there, which is cool. That's what he sent me. I've got a Stacker Social mat. An APM sent me this. Oh no, did he? I think he did. Sent me that as well. Very generous. Some guys are really generous. So that's that. Cheers, everybody. And then what else we've got out? We have this little corner here, which that's dedicated. That's always been there, this, right from the early days, my reminder of the stack collector, chopping up trees because he's a tree surgeon. We come here, this is Cobra, another Lego figure, sitting on his pot of gold around Egyptian pieces, which is what he sent me from his holidays, which was very kind of him. And also we've got a Welcome to Cobra's Vault card, very snazzy card, wouldn't expect anything else from Cobra. Good friends with Camel Finance, hence the camel, which is really cool. And this little piece here is always going to be on my display. A bit toning now, but this was the very first piece that Backyard Bullion poured live on Cobra Stackers, one of Cobra Stackers' lives. Did he date it? In one of his auctions on the 1st of October 2023, and I think he did 2 of these, and I managed to pick that one up and throw it all over the place, and I have no idea where it's gone. Oh my God. I don't know what I've done with that. We have an alert because I had the only one of 2 pieces that Backyard Bullion managed to do, and I've just thrown it somewhere and I have no clue where it's gone. Oh, found it. Oh God. Bear with me. I think I found it. Oh, it couldn't be in a worse place. Bloody hell. Only live on a Whisky Wednesday will you get these sort of issues going on. Oh, I could stop it, but sod it. It doesn't make it real, does it? Oh, man. I can't show you what I'm doing because I need both hands to try and get this piece of bloody wood up. Oh, for God's sake, man. Oh, this is hilarious. Only on a Whisky Wednesday. Oh, put it down to the whiskey oven. Oh, come on, out you come. I have it. I found it. I found it again. So yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Nice bit of memorabilia. Backyard Bullion. Met him in Berlin. Nice guy. Nice guy. Genuine, got good intentions. So everybody, that's what I do in my backdrop, and I do that every week. Also in my studio, I have letters all pinned up that people have sent me in the past, all up there, and also Mr. 365 sent me that. Excuse my studio, it's a bit of a mess. That's hanging up there too. Been really fortunate. So fortunate. So fortunate. Over time. Which is really cool. So that's the intro done. So if anyone wants any of this stuff on my backdrop, you need to send it to me. Drop me an email. I used to have a PO box, but I haven't anymore. It was a waste of money in the end because I wasn't using it. And they're quite expensive, 300 quid for 6 months, £600 for a year. It's a lot of money, you know, at the end of the day. So yeah, just drop me an email. My email's in all of my information. And yeah, we'll sort something out. It's not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. But that's the intro. So second thing on the agenda really is it's a special day today. Excuse me while I have a puff of my vape. It's a special day because it's somebody's birthday and I was kind of thinking that I might have done this live. That is a little bit of a problem for me because my studio's not indoors. Obviously, it's outside. Pardon me. Obviously, in a building. And trying to do a live would be. I'm getting really used to using OBS as to do lives. Although I have found out a way of doing it, but it's a little bit of a flaff. So yeah, I might be able to do a live in the future, but I was going to try and get Mr. Cobra Stacker on the line. Pardon me. I know he's out this evening celebrating his birthday, and that would have been cool, but yeah, that's not going to happen. So I just want to wish Cobra Stacker, my mate, a big influence in the community, a very, 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 very happy birthday. Cheers, mate. It's a pleasure to know you. Really cool. So, I've actually done an itinerary tonight, which makes a change. So, what am I doing? I used to do these regularly every week last year up until about, God knows, October time, maybe. September, yeah, probably October time. And then I thought, oh, this is becoming a little bit too much. Let me try and explain where I was. I wanted to do a podcast. I was really interested in doing podcasts. I saw that as a possible way of going forward, but getting that set up and getting that going would have made it impossible to concentrate on both channels at the same time. So I had to make a decision. And I thought to myself at the time, little did I realise, I said to myself, I need to let one of them go. And that, unfortunately, was CPM. I was trying to do quite a bit on Creative Precious Metals channel. It was almost getting like podcasty, Bitcoiny, because everyone knows I'm into my Bitcoin. And if you don't know, I've just told you. So I was at a bit of a wit's end with it all. And I sort of made one of those impromptu decisions, which I thought about while I was on holiday last year. And when I come back, I thought, right, okay, I need to concentrate on what I really thought I needed to do at the time. So I decided to make one last Whisky Wednesday, and I shut the channel down from that weekend, and that was about 4.5 months ago. And I've concentrated on, you're probably all aware, I've got a podcast channel called The What Podcast, and that's done really well. It's getting established now. I'm still finding my feet on it. But I'm comfortable with it now. So what happened? Why am I back doing this? What happened? The turning point was Berlin. To cut a long story short, which is always a bit of an issue because I love talking, especially after I've had a whiskey. To cut a long story short, I wasn't going to Berlin this year. I went last year with Cobra Stacker, which was amazing. It was a great experience, and I was telling everybody, if you ever get the experience to go, if you're into your silver and gold, it's a real big eye-opener. It's a massive show, probably I'm not sure whether it is the biggest in the world. It's definitely the biggest in Europe. Maybe the Chicago one is just as big. I have no idea, so I've never been there. But this was big. This was big, and it was an amazing experience. Amazing experience. But where I was last year, Cobra was saying, "Are you going next year?" A lot of people were asking where I was going, and I was like, "What am I going to get out of it?" I was in like this little no man's land with what I was doing with my silver and gold. And channel point of view, I was concentrating on my podcast. I sort of lost it a little bit, and which is crazy, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it was. In the end, I can't remember. I think it was on one of Cobra's auctions. I'd sort of give in to, well, not peer pressure, but a lot of people saying, "Oh, please go." You know, I don't know why they were saying please go, but anyway, I thought I made that decision to go. So okay, I'll go. Okay, whether that was or what am I trying to say? Whether it was a bit egotistical, oh, look, I'm CPM Andy, you know, I'll go, or probably at the time. But I think with 2 or 3 weeks to go, those doubts were coming into mind. And I remember saying to my wife, I said, I really don't want to go. And she's going, oh yeah, you're just saying that. And I said, no, I really don't want to. I don't know why I'm going. And she said, well, you've paid for it all now. And oh, yeah, I've paid all the money. And I said, okay, yeah, well, I was supposed to saving graces. I'm only going for the day as such now. I think I was flying out on the Wednesday afternoon, having a day there Thursday, and then coming back on Friday. So I said, well, I can have a look. Didn't really take much notice of really realistically other people were going, but I didn't really know. I knew a couple of people were going, but I didn't really know who was going. So I had a preconceived idea of whether I was going to enjoy myself or not. And it was pretty negative at the time, just being honest. And then Berlin come along. And I went, travelled out there, got there. And from the very moment that I met people, because people were in the bar when I got there, because I got fairly late in the early evening. People were in the bar when I got there, and I got such a nice reception from everybody that from then on, for the next 48 hours, was just an incredible experience for me. I wasn't bothered about the show. I did go to the show. I was a little bit disappointed because I had a bit of an idea. I'm a bit of a ball mint freak, Phoenix guy. Love those, and they weren't selling anything this year. So when I found that out pretty straight away, I was just like, oh, sod it. You know, I had a few walks around. I think I bought one coin, which is amazing for me. It really is. Which was this emu silver coin. And other than that, I spent on the Thursday, going back to the Wednesday evening. It was such a good night. It was the right buzz. I was received beautifully. I was surprised. Not that I was received beautifully. It was just, I was just surprised. It was just wow. Oh my God, because I've never met, other than Cobra, I've never met anybody else, other than Backyard Bullion, of course, because I saw him last year. I was just like, whoa, this is just like, I'd known everybody anyway, but never met them physically. So that happened on the Wednesday. Then the Thursday, it was no different. Met up in the morning, everyone was, you know, everyone just got on, you know, it was incredible, well received. And I spent some lovely time with Mrs. Cobra Stacker and Steve Davis in the afternoon of the show. We had coffees and chatting, and then Thursday evening there was the whatnot thing going on, which I didn't know about, but that was really cool. But come Friday, Thursday night was really cool. Friday, I had an amazing morning. This sounds so weird, doesn't it? And I think you've heard me all say this. I had an amazing morning, some time with Cider Sandman, which was just unbelievable. Not in a sexual way. Oh my God, it sounds so weird. Oh my God, that sounds so strange. It wasn't in a sexual way. It was just an experience of conversation, which was an incredible, knowing that I've never met him before in my life. It was just amazing. So yeah, and then I come home, and all the way back from Berlin, I was just sitting there thinking, oh my God, I wasn't not expecting that at all. How that was a beautiful exchange of being human with other people, with other humans. And for me, that's what it's all about. Anyone that's been following my channel, you should all know now that I'm pretty old school, that old fashioned. Love that interaction, man's man stuff sometimes, and just the human interaction. It's really cool. So all the way back, I was like buzzing a little bit because I'd had this crazy preconceived idea that I wouldn't enjoy it, and yet, in a weird way, the universe has allowed me to enjoy a level of humanity. So that got me thinking, and it was a game changer for me, because I sat down and I thought, okay, I haven't shown a lot of interest in the weekend in the silver and gold bit, because I've probably exhausted my passion for that. Little did I realise. But my God, I really enjoyed the interaction. So I just sat there and I thought, whoa, this social thing means more to me than anything else. I really need to get my head around it. And I just made this decision. I thought, well, everyone knows me as CPM. I know my name's Andy. And what may be, and to confess, I've missed doing these, and I've missed doing the silver, gold, copper, general, talking about precious metals. I really missed it because I've been sort of doing the other stuff. So I sat there and I thought, oh, can I manage to bring my other channel back? And I sat there and I thought, yeah, I think I can, because the What podcast is a different type of channel. It's got its sort of established now. I know what I'm doing with it. So maybe I can ease my way back into falling in love with precious metals again, and having a bit of faith in community, and building that up after my Berlin experience. So with that, I would like to thank, again, I'm not going to keep going on about this because lots of people have documented about the Berlin thing. Berlin was a game changer for me, but for a different reason maybe than other people. I have no idea. But thank you, Cobra Stacker. Thank you, Mrs. Cobra Stacker. Thank you very much, Cider Sandman. Thank you, The Stack Collector. Thank you, Coin Noob. Thank you, Dan from Cardiff Gold, although I didn't really get a lot of time with you. Thank you, Silver Stag Stacker. What a gentleman. What a nice guy. Thank you, Jumping into Silver. The little interaction that I had with you was really cool. Thank you, NGMD. And again, you was doing a great job, mate, looking after other people. So I didn't get a lot of time to speak to you, but you seem like a really nice guy, and hopefully going forward, which is what I'll talk about a bit later, we'll get to know all these people more in the future. Steve Davis, thank you as always. Eurocoin Hunt. Michael, what a pleasure to meet you. Michael, when I was out there, Eurocoin Hunt, whether you're into your euros or not, Michael is. He very kindly gave me these 2 coins. I'm not going to pick them up because I've stuck them to stop them rolling around. They were 2 marks, and he just out the blue said, Andy, he said, I've got you something, which is quite embarrassing because I was meant to take him something and I forgot all about it. Hey, we'll get there, don't worry. I haven't forgotten. And he gave me 2 marks. He said, you're in the old East Berlin. I think, hopefully I've got that right. Hopefully I have. But he gave me 2 coins, those 2 coins that I just showed you, pardon me, that represented the area from back in the day when the wall was up. So how thoughtful was that? It was just amazing, absolutely amazing. So thanks, dude. Trudell, nice to meet you. Didn't get any opportunity to really speak to you too much, but I got to see you, which was really cool. And Haven Precious Metals was another person. I'm not sure I've left anyone out there. If I have, then I'm an idiot. An absolute idiot. But hey ho, so yeah, thank you. I'm not going to go on about Berlin anymore, not in its pure context, but yeah, it was a game changer for me. I can only say thank you to all you guys, because you've made me look at things differently in my own personal life of what I'm doing with silver and gold and community and everything like that. So that's how we've roughly got to this decision. And as I said before, I know I'm rambling on a bit, but it's going to be this one's going to be a little bit deep, a little bit long. But this is how I got to this decision process. And I just sat down and I thought, okay, I really need to get Creative Precious Metals back on track. Do the stuff I like with it, explore, be creative, which hopefully you might start to see with my videos now. Thanks to the Stat Collector, because he pushes me on learning about OBS so much, it's ridiculous, but he knows that. But really get back to grips with the true reason why I started this whole channel in the first place, which was creatively trying to show the creative side of precious metals, whatever that meant at the time. So I just said, okay, well, let's get Creative Precious Metals back up and running. We'll keep it just to precious metals, and then my What podcast, which hopefully you're all familiar with. If not, get over there and subscribe. That will be for more my finance, my Bitcoin, my bit more way out there type conversations that I really do enjoy. So that's a great thing for me to do, segregate it off totally. And I think I'll really enjoy that. So I'm just going to pour the rest of this out. Oh. Nice to finish a bottle off 365. That can go in a recycling bin. So then that got my brain going. I'm thinking, okay, let's get back to basics with it. The Whisky Wednesday I will do. I've really enjoyed setting out my my studio again. It's made me the backdrop slightly different. The basics is the same. Obviously I've got my stickers. I've got people that have sent me stuff. The centre's slightly different. I've got these two out, which I'm going to cover what these are doing out in a minute. But then I thought, oh, what can I do with this corner? And I decided, because I'm a plumbing and heating engineer, as most of you should be aware, and I thought, well, I work with copper and I've never hidden that. So I thought, I'm going to make this corner copper corner. And I'm going to make this totally dedicated to finding, you know, some nice creative looking copper pieces and build this corner up, and that will obviously be known as Copper Corner. So that's a fairly new idea for Whisky Wednesday, and it's a great place for me to start exploring, you know, what seems to be copper seems to be really catching on. Now, nothing I say in here is investment advice. I'm a dickhead, I'm an idiot. Don't do anything that I do. Go and do your research. Nothing's changed there. I'll never change my tune. Do your own research, make your own decisions, and do what you need to do. This is what I do. So I don't look at any of this as investment pieces, but you never know. Who knows? What I like about it is the artwork, what people are doing with copper, and it seems to be possibly catching on a little bit. So who knows? Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen, but we have to wait and see. So what I did was produce that. That's always going to be there. This, if anyone decides to Send me anything. I will add to this type of setup, which is pretty cool. But the other thing I've thought of doing was Creative Precious Metals has a very creative feel to it. And originally, when I first started, this is this used to be my photography studio that I'm in at the moment. And originally, I thought I would get into documenting through photography in a creative way, silver and gold, and showing it in a very creative way. And that didn't really take off. I soon got sidetracked, as we all do, into all sorts of stuff. I ended up talking about all of my passions, the ups and downs of collecting gold and silver, investing, and I'd lost that reason why I did it. So what I decided to do was break out some of my collectibles and surround them around me to inspire me to actually start to appreciate the art of what's going into these, well, specifically silver pieces. So I've surrounded myself over the past couple of days and come and sat over here and had a good look at all these beautiful, creative pieces of artwork that I've collected. Pity that one's toned a bit, but it's kind of, I'm looking forward to seeing how that tones off, that I've collected over the years. And that has given me so much inspiration. It's amazing. Until you start to get this stuff out and actually look at what you've got. I know people have got all sorts of opinions and whatever, but I'm a little bit down the way now, where I've sort of started to been there, done that, seen it. And that's given me this opportunity to start getting enthusiastic over the artwork in silver. I haven't got that open, that's a piece of gold. And I start to appreciate it. So what I decided to do was basically surround, like for the past couple of days, I've just set out a load of stuff, surrounded myself with it all to get me inspired. And it has to be said, it's worked. And then on the other side, I mean, obviously I've got all this stuff that inspires me anyway, from you good chaps. And then we've got more stuff here, we've got dragon stuff, which is kind of bullion, but to me they're still collectible, because to me they've got collectible designs on. Look at that thing there. Crazy. This is all a dragon theme, and I set it all out, and it's just like, whoa! Look at that! Look at the gorgeousness of all this sort of stuff. It's amazing, absolutely amazing, and it's totally inspired me. Got a load of bits here. It's just by getting it out of storage, putting it out. Not the boring bullion stuff, which isn't boring to be fair. I mean, I've got a few Britannias out just to remind me I'm from the UK. I'll put one there, one there. I've got one up there, and these floaty type things. One there and one there. So yeah, I put it all out to give you an idea of, I'll zoom out. Give you an idea, I'll just walk backwards. So I can sit in the middle here and just surround myself with all this beautifulness, which is amazing. I've got boxes of stuff there as well. I've got some stuff to unbox here, but I think we have, well, for me personally, I'm not going to say we, but for me personally, I've just totally forgotten why I got into this in the first place. It wasn't a case of, oh, well, it probably was actually. I want to get into this to make lots of money. Let's be honest here, that's probably why we do most of this stuff. But I very quickly forgot about all that beautiful stuff that's made. You know, you look at the Dragon, the Perth Mint. I mean, I'm a massive fan of the Perth Mint. When you start looking at the way they colorise these coins now, and they're just amazing pieces of artwork, absolutely amazing. And we have a tendency not to spend a lot. Well, I do. I've had a tendency, because I've been so distracted by the noise of ego and crap that I'm trying to do in life, which is normal. We forget what we've actually collected and picked up, and it isn't until we actually start to look at these things. Look at the relief in that. It's amazing. You can see how much that's sticking up. Look at the artwork. If you're into your art, maybe some of you aren't on that journey, but it doesn't matter. They're out there, and I need to get back into it, because that's what really pulled me in the first place. For my channel anyway, CPM. That's why I call it Creative Precious Metals. So yeah, it's just amazing. It's amazing stuff. So that's given me some inspiration. But the truth of it all is, I wouldn't have been inspired unless I went to, well, I don't know, stupid to say wouldn't. I couldn't have been, maybe I wouldn't have been, I don't know, but I can only go on fact. The true fact of it is, because of people, it's brought me back into wanting to explore my creative side in precious metals. And I think that's a real powerful message and a powerful story. Going forward, I'm going to get back into creative precious metals. I'm going to do my Whisky Wednesday every week. In that Whisky Wednesday, I congratulate all the people that send me stuff. I thank them for it, but I'll also be including looking at creators, looking at content, like I used to, you know, giving praise where praise is meant to be given. From my point of view, I should also be exploring all this loveliness of collectibles. Bullion to me now has just become bullion. I'm very tempted to, 365 asked me the other day on a live, which I did on Sunday on my other channel. He said, are you still doing your weekly challenge? Which many moons ago, I was trying to encourage young stackers, new stackers, old stackers, to just buy 1 ounce of silver a week or a month or whatever they could afford. And I managed to do that for quite a long period of time, just to top up my bullion stack, which I stopped doing before Christmas sometime. I can't remember when it was now. Might have been the back end of November. So 365, no, I haven't. But you've got me thinking that I might start doing it again. Okay, I'm going to be transparent here. I didn't stop stacking regularly. I actually started stacking paper versions of silver and gold. A lot of people will just start to be sick now at the very thought that I would do such a thing. It wasn't just me, I have other people that I invest with, and we made a technical decision that we got to a certain part of stacking, and now we wanted to explore quick liquidity if we wanted to, and have that part of our portfolio, which is what we've done since. And been, you know, we've done pretty well at that, so, which is really cool. But I must admit, I may start, I see how it goes, but I may start doing my 1 ounce a week again. I don't know, I might do, I don't know yet. So yeah, the jury's out on that one. But I know, maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but I think it inspired people like Nerd UK, who's got an amazing channel. Nerd, modern dude. You sort of took up the mantle there. I think Silverpunk may have been doing it. I think he was at the time. It'd be interesting to know. Silverpunk, if you're still doing that, let me know, mate, in the comments. It'd be nice to know that if you continue that. But I know Nerd has, and he's put it out on his channel and he's documenting it in a very pro way, actually. And that's cool. Sort of inspired me a little bit and sort of made me think, ooh, maybe I should, if I'm going to it will just maybe complement a little bit of content at the beginning of a Whisky Wednesday. But we'll see. I'll evaluate that. I've got to be patient and just take my time with it all. That's one of the things that I've really learnt. So that's really cool. So getting back to going forward. Now I've got to put some credit down to a certain part of the community which I had a lot of doubts. I did, and I'll be honest here, mate. Everybody, I had quite a few doubts about Stacker Social, and I wasn't sure what was going on there. But I sort of got involved with it, didn't get involved with it, a bit involved with it, wasn't sure, did it fit what I was trying to achieve? Is my ego bigger than anything else? Probably. Do I think I know everything? Sometimes more than other people, probably. What an idiot I am. But I sort of kept in touch with a few guys on there, and I think the turning point again was Berlin, because I met Si the Sandman. I've spoken to Si quite a bit. Obviously, I've spoken to 365 a hell of a lot. I think we've got quite a healthy relationship. We seem to have. I think of him as almost like my son to a degree, which sounds really weird, but I do. That's how I am with people. He's a lot younger than me, but I've got so much admiration for his, for what he's trying to do and represent in life, not only for the community, but for his family too. And obviously the Stat Collector, who has driven me to learn more about video content and creativity than anybody else that I've met around this sort of setup. So when I met them, and they've got a huge part of Stacker Social, when I met them, it was just a game changer for me. It was just, I'm an old school type of guy, old, you know, and old got me old ways, and I'm never totally 100% comfortable until I meet people, because then I can generally gauge them. Don't forget, we didn't used to have the internet once upon a time. So it was all done on meeting people, putting on the bullshit indicator and trying to work out whether you're meeting genuine people or not. Anyway, it turns out, after meeting people like that, it changed my total perspective. So when I was on the airplane coming home, and probably since I've been home from Berlin, I was just thinking about Stacker Social, Stacker Social, Stacker Social. What's the important thing that I see about Stacker Social? Well, Stackers is the thing. Stacking, to me, is the thing that's bringing people into the community. But then social It's a clever play of words, but it's brilliant. Social is the thing that's keeping it all together. And I just totally didn't get that. I really didn't get it. Didn't get it at all. If anyone's interested, go and join you won't be disappointed, I can assure you. So yeah, I was totally missing the point. I was missing the social point, because social means a different thing to me, and probably a lot of you younger people out there, maybe, I don't know. That's my presumption. So I was sitting there thinking, oh God, social, it's all about social interaction. It's a humanity thing. It's where's the true value in any group, community, is the social side of it all. So I get that now, and I don't know, I've said it on video now. I'm not ashamed of it. I can't hide away from my own thoughts, and I think I need to be upfront and genuine about my feelings. I wish everybody was, really, or had the outlet or confidence to say so. It's not malicious. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm more a fool than anything else in my life. But I can just admit it. I can totally admit it. But anyway, it dawned on me that the social side of Stacker Social is probably more important, well, it is for me, and it probably is more for everyone. The social side is of massive value, and it may be, it's never talked about overly, I don't think, that I've heard talked about. Maybe that's undervalued, and now I see the value in it, and I really want in. I want a part of it more than anything else in the world now. It took me a while to sort it out in my own head. The value in it for creators, for whatever you're doing in life, is amazing. As soon as you start to see the true value of what it represents, and I believe that true value is in the social, not the stackers. The stackers, yeah, definitely, because that's what's bringing the identity into the group, but the social is keeping the group together. And I saw that in Berlin. I saw that massively in Berlin between everybody. Very interesting indeed. It's a great observation. I might have had it wrong. I don't think I've got it wrong. I think it's socialism. Socializing is a very important part of our everyday life. So with that, I looked at that and I reached out, and I think I said, what an amazing experience it was in Berlin. I would really love to take the reins and try and provide a get together, if people want to, obviously, in the UK. And 365 reached out and said, yeah, in his great way, do it. Take the reins, sort it out. So I'm going to do that. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have a quick look this week. And then next week, I'll probably come up with a few dates, a few ideas. And then hopefully I can try and reconstruct the possibility for people to experience that social interaction at a physical level, and enjoy that if they want to. It's a powerful thing. So yeah, I'm probably looking at doing that, or looking to aim to do that, maybe the back end of summer time. Try and find somewhere in the middle of England. Try and find somewhere that will accommodate us, just as a get-together, have a chat. I don't know, it can develop into whatever. I think the first steps is just to try and make it available and then see where it develops from there. And that's sort of halfway in between the Berlin thing, because I'm sure lots of people are going to go to Berlin. But this, possibly in the UK, it might keep costs down for people that are thinking about that side of things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to taking the lead on that, and I'm really looking forward to spending a little bit more time in Stacker Social, trying to do what I can do. I bet we're all human and we've only got so much time. So if you see me down, I'll try and get into the Whiskey Lounge chat a little bit more. Yeah, if you see me, just come down and talk. I mean, blimey, if you want to talk, I mean, I've got a little bit of knowledge and all this stuff. I can't answer your personal whatever you're trying to achieve. The art of all of this is to do your homework and try and better yourself. But I'll definitely try and be available to help people. That's for sure. The other thing I liked about the whole social side of Stacker Social is it's for anybody and everybody. That really dawned on me, and it really hit home. You haven't got to be a particular type of person. You haven't got a particular part of colour. You haven't got to be a particular type of what you're worth. It's just irrelevant. It's a total social thing for anybody and everybody at all levels. I'm just at the beginning of my journey. I know a bit, but you know, that's the beauty of it all. You know, there's lots of people in there that know all sorts of stuff. No one knows everything, but most people know a little bit about something and know a lot about something. You know, so there's plenty of information on there. Hats off to you, 365, for doing this. And incorporating Sight and the Stat Collector to help you out and build it up. You're already doing a bloody good job, so well done. And thank you for making me realise something in my life too as well. It's a good message there. You're never too late to learn anything in life, that's for sure. So there you go. What else? Very quickly. The other thing I normally do is just have a quick look at what I've been watching. I've mentioned Stacker Social, obviously. Silverpunk's doing an auction of his things. I've never been a great fan of of poured silver. There, I've said it, and a lot of people go, "Oh, what the fucking hell do you mean?" I'm just being honest here. I've never been a great fan of it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like saying I've never been a great fan of blue. I'd rather be red. But being a dickhead I am, like everything, we never give people, or the process of innovation, we judge it at our time of judgment. We don't let it progress. And to be fair, the standard, while it's being innovated, is moving on at a rapid pace. So thanks to Stacker Social again, for God's sake, man, I'm really blowing smoke up your ass today. Thanks for that opening into what's going on in the world of silver and gold. I'm starting to see that progression in that innovation of pouring. And like anything, it's starting to, wow, oh my God, and my whole opinion's changing. So yes, it might have started off, oh, that's not really, but it's such an egotistical, stupid, judgmental thing to do, but we all do it. I admit it, and I'm an idiot. But to be fair, yeah, it's really moving on. Now, I haven't spoken to Silverpunk for ages because I was going to ask him to, at the time, do me a piece for my Whisky Wednesday CPM backdrop, but then it all finished. But of course, now it's all started again. I will probably, Silverpunk, expect a phone call, try and come up with something just to represent the pouring community in my backdrop, because it's a part of the community now, and I want to be able to portray that for sure. So, and it's come on leaps and bounds, incredibly, and it's art. It's art. Like, this is art to me, and I love this sort of stuff, you know. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And part of that pouring is you're not just buying into that final finished piece. Obviously you are, but you're not just, you're buying into the person that's putting passion into it. And yeah, I look forward to watching and following that even more, and hopefully having a part of it in my backdrop. So yeah, Silverpunk, he's having an auction of quite a few pieces on Stacker Social. There's so much going on there, it's ridiculous. Stack Collector, yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, he's a Stack Collector. I'm not going to say your name, mate, but the Stack Collector is always influenced me from a creative point of view, from the content on how to you know, make it a little bit more viewable, with OBS and everything what he's done. So he's inspiring me all the time. He does his stack chats on a Saturday. Didn't mention me Saturday though, did you, dude? There. Naughty, naughty. Just playing. But yeah, I normally watch the stack chat on a Sunday morning when I'm doing stuff at home, but every now and then I'll watch that, and love the duck races. He's made that duck race just incredibly his own, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. So I always recommend that. Sai the Sandman, channel's blown up. Sai, if you like that old school, old jazzy feel, Gentleman Z Cigari, such a cool piece of eye candy to watch. Yeah, Sai's channel's growing. I've met him personally. What a gentleman. What a really nice guy. But his channel, yeah, it's really interesting. I love the way he puts it across. I love the way it's produced. I love the way it's portrayed. I love the way he talks about it. Yeah, it's a win, 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 win. So yeah, Sai, really cool, really cool. And then 365, always up to his normal antics. Yeah, what can I say about 365? Oh man, underestimated. The silent, I call him the ghost of the community, but he's not a ghost because he's so visible, but he's not. I'm sure you'd have worked that one out by now. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for him. Cobra's auctions going on. He's doing his whatnot thing as well. I haven't touched on whatnot tonight, but maybe in the future. Cobra's doing his thing. Always Camel Finance. I haven't mentioned much about Camel. Camel's, if you would like to know what's going in the gold and silver marketplace, to give you an idea of what you want to do stacking wise, whether you want to buy a little bit more, sell a little bit, whatever, I thoroughly advise you to watch, well, not advise you, but recommend, if you want to learn a little bit more, go to Camel. I've mentioned Nerd and McDonald Bullion. I spoke to McDonald Bullion the other day in Stacker Social Whiskey Lounge chat. He jumped down into there, which is so cool. Please, everybody, if you see me down there, just come and say hello, because otherwise I feel a right dickhead just sitting there on my own. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Who knows? Yeah, he come down. We had a great chat, and very interesting guy. I love his channel. He's becoming almost like a journalist in the silver and precious metals marketplace. I love the way he's doing his content. We're going to look forward. Hopefully, me and McDonald Bullion can do a little bit of something together going forward. But other than that, that's about it for this Whisky Wednesday. I've got some unboxings to do. I think I've run out of time. I don't know how long I've been on. I know this one will be a long one, although I'm used to doing 2-3 hour podcasts. I don't want to bore you even more, but I'm back. The whole thing about this was to say I'm back. Going forward, I'm going to try and just do my thing, really. Stop worrying about whatever. Do my thing. Try and become more involved on Stacker Social. because I've learnt my lesson there. I'm just, I legitimately, this is not, I don't want anything from anybody. I think I've said this for so long now. I don't want absolutely anything from anybody. If you'd like to subscribe, great, helps the channel out, that's super. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just appreciated if you do. If you want to comment, great, thank you very much. It keeps me alive, it keeps me going, it gives me a bit of inspiration. On this channel and the What podcast. But mostly, I love interacting with people. I love talking to people. I love just listening to a group of people talking about anything really. So that's why, you know, you might see me say down in the chat, in the Whiskey Lounge chat, come and say hello. And I don't bite, and I'm not going to ask you a zillion million questions. Don't feel like, from what you've seen today, that makes me some sort of guru in silver, because I'm not. I'm just a dickhead old boy. There's plenty of people out there who've got far more knowledge, much more knowledge on silver and gold than I have. I just bring a little bit of wisdom from you know, just a bit of life wisdom maybe to the whole context of it all. And that's it. So yeah, that was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the whiskey. I enjoyed the chat. I will hopefully do one every now and then a live, because I know you all like your lives and your chatting and your interaction on that. Check out my What podcast stuff. Yeah, like on a Sunday night, if you're bored, drop onto my channel, go to my post on the What podcast, and jump into Zoom and come and just talk about anything. We talk about anything on that particular night. That's really cool. Yeah, don't be scared, don't be afraid. It might sound like we're all, I don't know, I was going to say special then, we're all special in our own right, but there's nothing special about doing this. It's just having that confidence and bit of repetitive behaviour, and away you go. And I think you've all got, if anyone's thinking out there of doing this sort of thing, do it, because you've got such a massive supportive underpinnings of, you know, social setup now, that where I would say 9.9 times you're not going to be prejudged, just helped. This is the time to do it and put the UK back on the place where it needs to be. You know, we don't need anybody else, we just need strong community, nothing more, nothing less. So thank you very much. Cheers to everyone. That's the first Whisky Wednesday. I shall look forward to doing, I won't be on next week because I've got a virtual Bitcoin down the pub type meetup thing to do on my podcast, but I should post some stuff on the channel, and then after that, in between those Bitcoin ones on my other channel, I will do more on this one. So it's good to be back. Every cloud, I'm back, dude, I'm back. He's followed me right from the beginning. He's such a cool guy, which is good. And he likes me when I have a rant on here. And I used to have lots of rants, but I've got my other channel to do that now. This, who knows? But I'm not going to say anything. Who knows where it's going to take me? But take good care. Love you all. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got this far, great. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, support everybody that I've mentioned and more during this, because without us all being together, community doesn't exist. Well, I suppose it exists, but not in the true aspect and true spirit of what it means. So take good care. See you next time. See you. Bye.